Hey everybody, Arcanova here.
And Focus Heal.
Getting back to some more, wondering where my Digimon games are at.
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it used to be Wednesday. If they say Friday, I'm gonna flip. If they say Friday now, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I thought it was supposed to be for tomorrow. I'll check them.
Yeah, it is. Well, initially, when we first ordered them, it was supposed to be for today. Now it's set, and then yesterday you said it was tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Better be. I'll be pissed.
Yeah, it says it's on its way.
Alright, we gathered up the suit and left my room, letting Tsubasa lead the way to the secret lab she found. Like, I hate how I can't just drive to the fucking center and pick it up if I know where it's at.
Yeah, that's true too.
I wish I could do that, dude. Finally, we arrived at the raised stage area in the gym. This is your secret lab. I guess people don't come here all that often. Back up, guys. You're gonna fall. Go stand by the edge for a sec.
Huh?
Fall? Fall where? Tsubasa shooed us to the edge of the stage, then knelt down and began pulling on a broken floorboard. Hurrah! All at once, the board came loose and then...
Huh.
Oh. So she... How did she find that room then? A hole? Peeling back that one board somehow made a huge hole appear in the stage. I happened to find a map of this room when I was fixing the corpse recovery drone program using the war room computer. Sorry to have kept it a secret all this time. I always wanted a place like this I could have all to myself.
Oh.
No, you made the right call. Now we have somewhere we can talk without worrying about being overheard. I'm gonna warn you, try not to be too shocked at what you see in there. Even if you are, try not to scream. It's like an echo chamber down there. Shocked? Scream? What in the world is in this lab? I don't know if I can explain it all that well. It'll be easier to just show you. There's a ladder leading down. Come on, before anyone sees it. Sure. We followed Tsubasa down the ladder and into the secret basement room. Sure enough, what greeted us at the bottom was something I'd never have imagined. The escape pod. I had to hold myself back from letting out a wordless cry of surprise. Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like kind of a spaceship. This is the escape pod. I'd seen it before, of course, at the end of my first 100 days here, but I never expected to see it here like this. Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it too. I knew it must be the pod you told us about. This place is probably designed to store it safely until it is needed. Is there any chance you can get it working now? I thought of that, but it's no good. It's locked up tight and there's no way to get in. We could probably force it open, but we can't exactly go into space with a damaged door. Ooh, wow. Must have security measures to stop anyone from using it before day 100. That's the only time we're allowed to leave this. Well, we can think about the pod later. Let's concentrate on the suit for now.
Huh?
Do you need any machinery from the metal shop? We can go get it for you. No, I should be fine. There's plenty of gear in here for me to get started. I looked around the lab and it was full of miscellaneous machines and equipment. Probably stuff Tsubasa had brought in already. There are also a lot of weapons for some reason. Yeah, there are. Hey, yeah, there are.
There are.
I figured I'd make those and keep them here for emergencies, just in case we ever need to hole up in here. There are a lot of knives, about 8 inches long.
Right.
And she clearly knows how to make them. Girl,
What are you doing, Tobias?
if you weren't so attractive, I'd be a little suspicious of you. I've snuck some food supplies in here too. Help yourself if you get hungry. It's a real stronghold down here. It'll make a perfect HQ for the anti-sponsor alliance. So how are you going to investigate the suit's capabilities? You got any experiments in mind? You basically want to know how to break through this suit's defenses, right? The fastest way to figure that out is to try out a bunch of stress tests and see how it holds up. By testing its resistance to stretching, pressure, elastic, and plastic deformation, we can start getting a better idea of its fracture toughness. Deformation? Fracture? Some of those terms are lost on me, but at least one of us knew what we were doing. Okay, well, let's get started. Figuring out the suit's weakness is only the first step. Once we've done that, we're taking the sponsor down. We spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could. It was truly invincible. The next morning, it was just work. I made my way to the leisure lounge where the sponsor was loafing around as usual. Ah, Takumi Sumino, what are you doing here so early? Did you miss me? You could say that. I wanted to see you anyway. Do you have time to talk? Hardly a respectful attitude to take towards someone in my position. But I'll allow it. You are one of my most accomplished hunters after all. Hunter? Me? No need to be modest. Just take a look at the results speak for themselves. The sponsor gestured to one of their bees, brought up a display of the leaderboard.
I honestly didn't expect you to gain this much of a lead so quickly. The advent of a dark horse like yourself makes this game that much more exciting.
Does it now? At some point, I made it all the way to number 2 in the rankings. Hideko had been at number 1 all this time, but now that she's dead, I was catching up. You've made impressive contributions to my little game. I was just thinking you deserved some kind of reward. A reward, huh? Since we're here, how about you play a game with me? Very well, if that's what you want. What shall we play? As I said before, I'm grateful to you for becoming such an accomplished hunter. How about we play Digimon? I'm even willing to turn a blind eye if you ever want to bend the rules a little. That actually helps a lot, because what I want is a duel to the death. I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to win, and then I'm ending this stupid game of yours once and for all. So it's come to this. Very well. Activate your class armor in Himo Enema. Attack me all you want. Your sword is no more of a threat to me than a blade of grass. The sponsor clearly didn't consider themselves in any danger. It's probably resistant to Himo Anima attacks. But a gun? They stood there radiating absolute confidence, knowing that nothing I could do would hurt them. Nice of you to be so laid back, but I won't be attacking with my sword. I'll be using this crossbow. I brought out a crossbow Tsubasa had made with the Gift-O-Matic. Normally using a conventional weapon like this would be pointless, especially against an invincible opponent like the sponsor. Fool! What are you thinking, turning something like that on me? Such insolence will not stand. A hunter should use Himo Anima. Just like that, the sponsor's confident demeanor vanished, and they began to panic. Looks like we were right about the suit's weakness. We performed every kind of stress test we could think of on the spare last night. We discovered something very interesting. I knew it. This suit isn't actually all that strong. It'll distort from just a little force, and it's not that much tougher than a regular protective suit. A long knife or something could probably cut through it pretty easily. That doesn't make sense, though. If the suit is that weak, why didn't any of our attacks work? Is this spare one a fake, maybe? Is it actually different from the sponsor's one? No, it's the real thing. The material is the same as what the sponsor wears anyway. So why is this one so much weaker? I think it's not weak so much as built for purpose. What do you mean? Ever since I saw the suit, something about it has been bothering me. It looks like some kind of protective gear, so what is it supposed to protect its wearer from? Not sure I found. Workers at nuclear power plants wear suits to protect themselves from radiation, right? And firefighters have ones to protect against high temperatures, and divers have ones for water pressure. Protective suits are made with specific hazards in mind, stuff that's only a threat in certain environments and scenarios. They're not a lot of use outside of those scenarios. Have you ever felt an actual radiation suit? They're basically paper thin. I think it's the same with this suit. It's designed to protect against one particular threat and nothing else. Protective gear for a specific threat. I desperately tried to think over what Tsubasa had said and what it could mean. What kind of scenario was this suit built for? That was obvious enough to protect the sponsor from our attacks. The first time we fought them, we attacked with every bit of our Himo Anima we could muster. But at the end of our assault, the sponsor was still standing without having taken the slightest bit of damage. It was like our attacks, our Himo Anima had no effect at all. And then it hit me, like a bolt from the blue. I knew what the suit was for. I knew what threat it was guarding against. Of course, this suit is... That suit is designed to repel any and all Himo Anima attacks. But the trade-off is that it's weak against regular attacks, isn't it? You're letting your imagination run wild. I am invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power. The sponsor's voice was calm, but they were clearly shaken. I had no doubt we were right about this. I only wish I'd noticed it sooner. The suit only blocked Himo Anima attacks, not physical ones. It was such a simple weakness, but I could see why I hadn't thought of it until now. Our first encounter with the sponsor had totally demoralized us. We attacked them with everything we had, our very strongest attacks, and not one of them had worked. This person is invincible. It's no use trying to fight them. That was the idea that had been implanted in our heads that day. After sowing that seed of doubt, we all accepted that we had no choice but to do what the sponsor said. Oh. he let all of us attack with our Hemo Anima.
Yep.
But the second Kurara was about to go up there and just throw the hands.
Oh,
that's
that's
why
when
she
he
got
attacked?
that.
Oh, that's
that's
right.
why he stepped in and took her away.
Ah,
Because she was about to go in and just throw the regular hands.
that's right.
But he just let us attack with all our Hemo Anima.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it,
actually what caused her death.
yeah.
Because she was
Because
willing to fucking use physical-
she secretly knew but didn't know, but she was gonna win.
She was gonna win.
And now we know the truth. Once a trick is exposed, the con artist behind it is finished, just like this game. I'm warning you, Takumi. Stand down now, and we can forget this ever happened. This is for my friends. I pulled the trigger and fired off 3 arrows in quick succession. Bolts. They pierced the suit and buried themselves in the sponsor's body. There was no hiding it now. My attack had clearly done some damage. There were holes in the suit now. We weren't dealing with an invincible opponent after all.
We did it! Did you see Hideko? We broke through the sponsor's defenses.
Not bad, Takumi Sumino. I'll confess, I didn't think you'd ever figure out the secret of my suit. For this, at least, I must congratulate you. Gee, thanks. It's an honor, but it's your death I want, not compliments. Me? Die? Don't be ridiculous. The game has only begun. And you're forgetting something, Takumi. This suit isn't the only weapon I have at my disposal. I still have the bees. My bees. I heard a familiar cacophony of buzzing and beating wings as the bees flew down from the ceiling. They sounded angry. I'd broken a rule after all. I'd injured the sponsor. He said you could. He said we could bend those rules. My suit may not be an immovable object, but my bees are as unstoppable a force as ever. What now, Takumi Sumino? Do you think you can defend against this? No, there's nothing I can do about your bees. If they attacked now, I'd be riddled with holes and have me drained of every last ounce of my blood drained. If they attacked me, that is. That's why I'm tagging in. Good work, Takumi. You played your part beautifully. But against someone with proper protection, things wouldn't be so simple. What? Who are you? Why do you have that suit? It's me, Yugamu Omakage. Guess you can't tell because of the voice, huh? Apparently the voice changer came standard with these suits. This one distorted Yugamu's voice sound just like the sponsors. We decided to borrow one of your precious suits for a little while. It seemed like the best way to stop me from getting turned into a pincushion. The bee stingers were powerful, that much was true, but that was because they were augmented with Hemo Anima. And we just learned despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. Yep, the bees.
The bees.
The suits repelled any and all Hemo Anima attacks. With Yugamu wearing one, the bees were no threat at all. You and that suit have given us a lot of trouble. Now we're using the same technology to defeat you. You know how it is. What goes around comes around. Insolence! This will not stand. Do you not realize who I am? I am the one who spreads death across the planet. The all-seeing, all-knowing Game Master. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. We really don't have time to listen to your final monologue. I would like to know. I'll take it from here, Takumi. Go! Right. We both started running. I ran for the door while Yugamu charged right toward the sponsor. Bees dutifully flew in to protect their master, but all in vain. Yugamu swatted their side with one swipe of his arm, killing them instantly. That suit made the worst possible opponent for them to go up against. Finally, Yugamu reached the sponsor. And then opened his clenched finger to reveal he was holding something. All of it takes is one little hole to render the protective gear practically useless. So the first thing we need to do is open a hole in the sponsor's suit. Any one of these range weapons should be enough to do that. Right, if the suit is weak against physical damage, a gun should do the trick. What?
What? Oh, the way that she was screaming, she was like, "These weapons will do it!" Ah!
I'm no marksman, though. I'm probably more likely to hit my target with something like a crossbow. Once the suit is torn, the sponsor won't be immune to cryptoglobin attacks anymore. That's where this comes in. Stuff this bomb in the hole and the sponsor will get burned to a crisp. Tsubasa held up a tiny mechanical sphere. This baby's filled with undying flames. All it needs is a little impact to detonate it. It's basically a downgraded version of the one we used on Veshnes. But I can only make one, so we only get one shot at this. If one of these bombs can destroy Veshnes, they can destroy anyone. That included the sponsor, whoever they really were. We had our plan, all that was left is to assign roles and iron out the details. Tsubasa would stand ready with a fire extinguisher outside the leisure lounge in case anything went wrong. I'd use the crossbow to puncture a hole in the sponsor's suit. And Yugamu would be the one handling the most dangerous part of the plan, actually detonating the bomb. Are you sure about this, Yugamu? You'll have to get really close to the sponsor to put the bomb in their suit in the first place. If anything goes wrong, you'll be left wide open. Don't worry about that. I'm really good at ramming stuff in holes that look like they'd be too small to fit. I'm trying to be serious here. I'm going to have to ask you to stick to the matter at hand. Sure thing, Takumi, or you can be the one sticking it to me if you prefer. You know me, I swing both ways. Stay on topic, please. In spite of his usual devil-may-care attitude, I could tell Yugamu was serious. His fists were clenched tight. He was determined to end this game. Even if it meant risking his own life killing the sponsor, he was prepared to do what needed to be done.
Get away!
No.
Don't you dare touch me with those filthy hands!
Well, sounds like Kurata to me.
Oh.
Because, you know, everybody but her is a fucking filthy peasant. She called us maggots.
That's true too.
Like, she's very Kurata. Undaunted, Yugamu grabbed a hold of the sponsor. He slipped the miniature bomb in the hole in the suit, and then one little hit, and the undying flames enveloped the sponsor's entire body. Our tormentor writhed in pain, convulsing like a crazed dancer. At some point, the sponsor's vocal cords must have burned away. They weren't screaming anymore, just making hollow choking noises. Even with the flame eating away at every fiber of their being, the sponsor held on to life for as long as they could. But finally, they let out one last unnatural, almost inhuman scream. The flames still licking at their body, they collapsed onto the floor. Tsubasa and I stepped back into the lounge, and we stood there with Yugamu, watching the sponsor burn. We didn't want to risk taking our eyes off them in case they suddenly came back to life somehow. Fear rooted us to the spot. We had to be sure. We needed to see this person die. They're really dead now, aren't they? Yeah, no one could possibly survive that. Then we really won. We won. The moment I said the words, it suddenly felt a lot more real. We'd taken down the invincible sponsor and ended the invader hunt. Yo, what the hell is all this noise in here? We heard a weird voice shouting, "Yeah!" or something. It sounded like nails on a chalkboard. There was an explosion, too. The others all came running in. The sponsor's death cries must have echoed all throughout the field. Takumi, Tsubasa, what are you guys doing here? Get over here. That's right, you have to get away from the sponsor. Oh, of course, with Yugamu wearing the suit, they think he's the sponsor. Hey guys, you picked the perfect time to join us. Come warm yourselves by the fire. Fire? But it looks like there's a person in there. Vile fiend, did you incinerate one of our friends for your sick entertainment? This has gone far enough. It's time for the Holy Jumanji Sword to cut you down. Wait, Kyoshika, I don't think that's the sponsor. It's Yugamu. Now that you mention it, he does sound like him. What's the deal? What's going on here? If Yugamu's the sponsor and the sponsor's Yugamu, then who the heck am I? Takumi, Tsubasa, you got some explaining to do. If that's Yugamu in the suit, where did the real sponsor go? Just stay calm, okay? I'll explain everything. We killed him. End of explanation. I took everyone through what our team had been doing. Starting with me, Yugamu, and Hideko forming our secret alliance. And now Hideko somehow knew of a way for us to get our hands on a spare version of the suit the sponsor wore. That first mission had succeeded at the cost of Hideko's life. Then Tsubasa joined the alliance and figured out the suit's weakness, allowing us to put this plan into action. So you see, we don't have to worry about the scores or executions anymore. It's over. We won. I thought they'd all be happy to hear about this. We just freed them from the life and death struggle we'd been in since the game began after all. What's the matter, guys? Is it really over, though?
Yeah.
The sponsor was so strong before, it's hard to believe you killed them just like that. Right, and we didn't see it happen for ourselves. You don't think we're lying to you, do you? No, that's not it. It's just... It's more like, all this is happening so fast and we weren't there for so much of it. It doesn't feel real, you know? And I was the one who was supposed to avenge Lady Kurata. Wow, this is not the reaction I was expecting. I'm not asking for a victory party or anything, but you can at least relax now. The sponsor's gone. Come on. Well, this is a real mood killer. You guys are going to need some time, huh? Let's call it here for the day. We can always accept your praise and adulation later. With things still left feeling awkward between us and the other teams, we went our separate ways and I returned to my room. Dadabe must have been outside, fighting and killing, because I don't think she showed up.
Get ready for...
Be ready for the vile fiends and shit, blah, 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 blah. Good morning. I should have played just as I got back to my room. Yeah, I guess I should get some rest. I mumbled to myself vaguely and practically threw myself at bed. The moment my head hit the pillow, I felt a gratifying sense of accomplishment welling up inside me. We did it, Hideko. We defeated the sponsor. All thanks to you. My grief from losing Hideko hadn't gone away, but now I knew that she hadn't died in vain. The others would come around. They just needed time to process it. No more turning against each other. No more killing games. We can finally be a real team again. Maybe even friends. Or not. Comforted by that thought, I closed my eyes. From here on, we'd all live a fun, peaceful life. That was how I wanted the rest of our 100 days here to go. Just like the better times we had last time around. Maybe we could hold another barbecue party. Or a festival. Maybe we could all go to the beach together. That would be a nice change of pace. Still imagining all those different possibilities, I found myself drifting off to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
Uh-oh. But then my doorbell started ringing. A visitor at this hour? I really don't feel like getting out of bed right now. I decided to pretend I hadn't heard. Whoever it was or whatever they wanted, it could wait. My dreams were calling me. Oh, here's Darumi. Alright, I'm coming. We're gonna get stabbed, aren't we? I dragged my tired body out of bed and stumbled over to the door. I opened it and... Oh, Yugamu.
Huh?
What are you doing here? Please don't tell me you want to hold another meeting. Can't we do it tomorrow? Sorry, Takumi. I think it might be a little soon for us to be celebrating. Huh? What does that mean? The sponsor's dead. We made sure of that. The three of us had stood and watched as the master of the killing game burned away to ashes. There was absolutely no way that could still be alive. The sponsor's dead, all right, but the bees are a different story. While we were fixated on watching the sponsor die, they all flew off. Some of them might still be lurking in the school somewhere. But now the sponsor's not here to control them anymore. Wouldn't they just leave? The thing about bees is they don't like to change their habitats all that much. We're better off getting rid of them here now so they don't start building nests and breeding. Great. So now we're exterminators? I wish I could put off the job until later, but I knew I'd never forgive myself if someone got hurt because of those bees. Alright, I guess we should go look for them. How are we going to do this? I'll handle the schoolyard and the rooms on the first floor. You take the second and third. If you hear even the tiniest hint of buzzing, get out of there and come find me. I'll put on the suit and take them out. Yugamu still had the protective suit Hideko had gotten for us. At least with that around, there was no danger of Hemo-Anima augmented insects killing us. With that, Yugamu and I set out to check the campus for bees. Yay. I shouldn't just wander around at random. I'll see if everyone's okay and ask if they've seen anything first. Yay, we gotta talk to everyone. Again. We can be friends now, right? It was Kurara. She was the sponsor. Oh, Takumi, perfect timing. For what? Kyoshika has something she wants to say to you. Don't you, Kyoshika? Let me push Kyoshika forward. Sir Takumi. For avenging Lady Kurara's death, and for my rudeness up until now, that is to say I'm... Kyoshika trailed off, unable to look me in the eye, and awkward silence stretched out between us. Sorry, Takumi, I think Kyoshika needs more time to get her head together. She wants to apologize to you, but she's not sure how or where to start. It's fine, she really doesn't have to apologize. It's all in the past now. She can just say sorry. It's nice of you to say that, but this is something she needs to do before we can put it behind us. Just give her a little more time, okay? Sure, whatever you need. You know where to find me. After that awkward phase, when they were calling me to the Grim Reaper, I was finally back to being able to talk to Nozomi and Kyoshika normally again. I found myself getting a little choked up. All that hard work defeating the sponsor had been so worth it. Yeah, we'll see. This wouldn't be a killing game route if that was all it was. Hey, how's it going, champ? Arr! What was that all about? Takumi, thank you so much for taking down that scumbag who killed Kurara. I'm so happy. The tears of joy just won't stop coming, brother. You're my absolute hero now. Best wrestler ever. Instant Hall of Famer, no question, brother. I'm not a wrestler, though. Oh, well, it was nice to see her so happy. Hey, Moko, we're checking to see if any of the sponsors' bees are still... Moko? Rika Raka Firecracker! Sis Boomba! Everybody hustle boom! Victory! Moko might be a little too happy. I don't think I'll ever get any useful information out of her.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, girl. How about you come to my room and maybe puke on the floor a little bit? What? The sponsor's bees are still alive? I only said they might be. I hope we're wrong, but we have to make sure. Can you think of anywhere they might be able to hide, Tsubasa? Honestly, I don't know if this is relevant, but since you're asking, I did hear some weird noises coming from that room on the first floor. You know, the one with the strange machines? What kind of noises exactly? It almost sounded like there's people talking, but there's no way someone would be hiding out in a creepy place like that, right? You know what? It was probably just my imagination. It didn't sound anything like bees anyway. room with the strange machines. It's probably nothing, but maybe I'll check it out just in case. Maybe we will. Excuse me. Why does it put me on the fucking opposite side, dude? Thank you so much. Thank you. Whoa, what's with you all of a sudden? I don't have to die. I couldn't do shit. I was a loser. If you hadn't ended the killing game, I would have been the one getting executed at the end of this round. By defeating the sponsor, you saved my life, Takumi. I never got the chance to say thank you this morning, so now I have to make up for that. You've given an insignificant dust bunny like me a second chance at life. I'm eternally grateful. It's okay, Shoma, really. I mean, this was a victory for all of us. And by all of us, I mean me, Tsubasa, Yugamo, and Hideko. By the way, have you heard any of the sponsors' news around today? Thank you. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any useful information out of this guy. Hey, Takamaru, why are you still in the leisure lounge where it happened? That's a little weird. Where'd they put his body? The sponsor hasn't shown up here all day. Level with me, Takumi. Were you serious? Did you really kill that bastard? Yeah, I didn't do it alone, though. Yugamo, Tsubasa, and even Hideko, they all put their lives on the line to make this plan a success. And now the sponsor is gone. We don't have to compete against each other anymore. Loosen up, Takamaru. You're allowed to be happy the invader hunt is over. You idiot. I got no right to be happy at a time like this. What do you mean? I'm so damned pathetic. I pushed you away, talked all that shit about you being shady, then went ahead and let you do all the hard work and save our asses. For real, I hate myself so much I wish I could just drop dead. Don't say that. You survived the killing game. Your life is precious. What's so precious about a life you gotta live in shame? Sorry, man. I can't be around you right now. And hey, sorry about all that stuff. I'll find a way to make it up to you. His eyes downcast, Takamaru slowly trudged away. You really don't need to do that. So, Tsubasa fixed the corpse recovery drones, is what she said. Which means they can actually save us now. Theoretically. Unless she lied. You're still here, Yugami? Weren't you going to search the first floor? I thought I'd check on Dotami before I start. She's still out cold, you know, slumbering away like an enchanted princess. I guess she must have taken a lot of damage fighting that commander. Yeah, not just physical damage either. She did murder the only person she's ever cared about with her own two hands after. Right, there was no other way out of that situation. Dotami still killed Hiroko. Maybe she was in shock, staying unconscious to avoid dealing with the guilt and pain of that act. I've got to wonder what effect Hiroko's cryptoglobin is going to have on Dotami going forward. It's going to be a real blast finding out. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, Ava. Is this your mask? Is this your mask right here? I got your mask. Oh, no, give me your mask.
It's mine now, though. Goodbye.
Okay. Ava sat in her cage, still looking as dejected as I'd left her earlier. She was probably still in shock at not being allowed her mask back. Okay. She's playing. Everybody seems to be okay, but I didn't get any hints about the bees. The closest thing would be what Tsubasa told me about that room. She said she heard people talking inside. Maybe the bees buzzing and wing beats just sounded like voices through the door. I made my way to the red room to check it out, just in case. What I saw there was the sponsor and Kudata.
Yeah.
What?
What?
But I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The strange sound behind the door wasn't peace. It was the sponsor, who was supposed to be dead. And there are two of them. How? How are they still alive? If I don't stop them, the killing game will start all over again. But I can't fight them alone. I'll go find Yugamo first. I quickly whirred around, running for the exit. However,
Oh, shit.
I was suddenly tackled and pinned to the floor.
Hey! Let me go!
I can't let them kill me. If I let them run loose in the school, more of my friends will end up dead. I need to get away and tell everybody they're here.
Oh, shit.
I felt a sharp pain in my nape. Did I get injected with something? As soon as I felt it, my vision turned hazy. My conscience started to fade. No, I can't pass out now. Everyone will die. We have nothing to do with the invader hunt. I heard someone mutter those words near my ear. Or at least, I thought I did. Okay.
Oh.
Then how do you know about the invader hunt? I wonder if these were the people that were on the satellite in the end of the first 100 days. Nergamoon. My back hurts for some reason. My bed feels really hard today. Did I fall out of bed at some point and spend the rest of the night on the floor? No. This isn't my room. I opened my eyes and looked around. I was in a room with weird machines. What am I doing in here? Why was I waking up in a creepy place like this? I had no reason to be here today. Wait, now I remember. Yugamu asked me to help look for the bees. My memory is coming back now. We were looking around the school, making sure the sponsor's insect minions weren't still lurking somewhere. But I couldn't remember anything from after I came into this room. It was all blurry. Was somebody else in here? Did they attack me? If anyone or anything had reason to attack me, it would be the bees. I was one of the people responsible for their master's death, after all. Maybe they wanted revenge. But that was what happened. Yugamu, Tsubasa! The bees could be after them as well. I dashed out of the room in a panic. I ran all over the school looking for my friends. I checked both their rooms, all the classrooms, the library, and then finally... Tsubasa, Yugamu, you're okay. I've been looking for you everywhere. I opened the door to the cafeteria to see the two of them sitting there, eating and talking like nothing was wrong. Huh? What's up, Takumi? You're sweating like crazy. Yeah, you look more excited than a bitch in heat. Oh, damn. They were both fine. I'd be worried over nothing. Thank goodness. Sheesh, don't scare me like that. I think we should be the ones saying that to you. Anyway, now that you're here, you might as well join the strategy meeting. Yugamu and I were just talking about how to organize our search for the QB liquid. Queen Bee liquid?
Huh?
The what? What are you talking about? The QB liquid. Come on, you can't have forgotten already. Forgotten? I've never heard of this stuff. For real, but I explained it to you this morning. This morning, but we were fighting the sponsor this morning. That was yesterday. Yesterday. Something wasn't right here. We were in the weird room. We got the spare suit yesterday, and then this morning we defeated the sponsor. Hey, Takumi, what day do you think this is? It's day 31 of... It's day 32, Takumi. Huh? No, that couldn't be right. If today was day 32, that would mean I spent an entire day lying unconscious in that weird room. Maybe you've got a concussion. You did hit your head pretty hard. I did? When did that happen? You forgot that too? Yesterday. That's day 31. You tripped and hit your head. I don't remember that at all. Was it while I was looking for the bees? So what happened with the bees? Did you find any nests or hives anywhere? These two were probably the ones in the suits.
Oh.
But I don't know. Nope, not a single one. Guess I was just being paranoid. Takumi, do you really not remember? Sorry, I don't remember a thing. You were acting pretty strange back then. Maybe the damage is worse than we thought. You should take it easy today. It might come back to you once you rest up a little. Sure. This whole thing still didn't make much sense to me, but I did like the decided to spend the rest of the day in my room. I don't know.
You never know when the invade. Well then.
Good night.
Good night.
Just grab this real quick. Time to go to bed. It's now the night of day 32. I'm missing a whole day's worth of memories. I know I'm not going to get them back just by thinking hard, but still, this is unsettling. What if I wake up with even more gaps in my memory tomorrow? When I think about it that way, I'm kind of scared to go to sleep. Why is this weird stuff still happening? We'd overcome one ordeal only to be faced with another right after. And here I thought beating the sponsor meant our luck was starting to turn. No, being negative about it won't help me now. I gave my cheeks a light slap and took a deep breath to get myself together. If I let a little something like this get me down, we'll never make it to day 100. I have to stay strong. I need to be prepared to put everything on the line for my friends, just like Hideko did. Day 33. Alright, here's where we're going to call the video for now. As always, thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, ding-a-ling-ding. Follow me on Twitch, ArkNova3. And if you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. For just $1 a month, you can help support me, bring you the best content that I can.
Till then.